Inclusion.
Enjoyment.
Inventive.
Enjoyment.
Inventive. Inventive.
Inclusion.
Friendship.
Challenging.
Safe.
Giggles.
Enjoyment. Resilience.
Belonging.
Inclusion.
Inspiration.
Cloud.
Time.
Entertaining.
Time.
Entertaining.
Creativity.
Entertaining.
Silver.
Guide.
Do.
Surviving.
Lockdown.
Douche, 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 douche.
Hello, and welcome to the Tramshed Silver Arts Road Group's Guide to Surviving Lockdown. Between us, we have had a range of experiences and have learned a wide range of skills and ways to cope. Some of them by accident, learning how to pick a lock, and some of them that we think will serve us for the rest of our lives.
Like most people, we obviously missed a great deal of our old lives, especially at the start of lockdown, when the shock was still very real. We missed seeing our friends, going to places, Tramshed, and other things.
It's a strange fact that Emma's first and last, so far, proper face-to-face Tramshed meeting at Woodlands was with some of us playing the Silver Arts Award.
We miss going to the theatre, going to work, and just generally being allowed to be out and about without having to think about it. We don't think we'll ever take that for granted again.
As we started to get used to lockdown, we found that there were some things we could still enjoy. Human beings are great at adapting, aren't they? That's something we've learned.
Some of us enjoyed homeschooling, the opportunity to work at our own pace without classroom distractions and anxieties.
Many of us enjoyed a slower pace of life, realising how much we and our families have been rushing around in pre-COVID times.
And we all enjoyed the fact that we could still see friends, family, and attend Tramshed sessions on Zoom, even if we can all recognise what a pain Zoom can be at times. I mean, who hasn't suffered from dodgy internet from time to time? Anyone? It's a standing joke in Silver Arts Award that I take longer to get in and out of breakout rooms than almost anyone else. Occasionally, I don't make it in at all, but still, it's much better than we thought it would be when all this started.
Amazingly, we started to find we could actually achieve things during lockdown, and things perhaps that we wouldn't have achieved or even thought of doing without it.
Between us, we have tried a huge number of different things, some of them for our Silver Arts challenges, but not all.
In one household, there now reside 3 beautifully made Shaun the Sheep models, made in an online workshop with one of the actual Aardman animators. I myself set up my own business, JT Handmade on Facebook, if you're interested. I have learnt a wide range of skills, including wood turning, and make a vast range of handmade products such as planters and wishing wells, and I have definitely progressed much, much faster than I would have without the spare time of lockdown.
And talking of the spare time of lockdown, some of us used it for lots of film binging, all the Star Wars films in chronological order, and those of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And one of us developed both her script writing, filming techniques and skills, using a green screen for the first time and looking how weird the footage looks before proper backdrops, etc. have been applied.
So we were most really productive, though one of us was a bit more suspect. Learning how to pick a lock? I'll let you tell this one, Jazz.
Well, it's not as bad as you make it sound. It was kind of accidental. I'd had a really bad day and I was scrolling through YouTube when I got home. A question popped up on a video. Have you ever wanted to learn how to pick a lock? And I thought, yeah, how bad can it be? So I had 2 paper clips and I followed the instructions, trying to pick the lock on my bedroom window. I didn't succeed the first 2 times, but I did it on the 3rd. I leaned out my window, saw my grandma, and told her that I could now pick locks. She couldn't understand how I got out. Next, I tried on the front door. I nearly broke that lock. Dad was not impressed. I don't think I'll ever forget him shouting at me.
Brilliant. I hope it's not a skill you intend to develop further or use again.
Definitely not, or at least for only very lawful things, like if I'm ever locked outside of my house.
Okay, we did promise these listeners a survival guide. So here goes. This is our top tips based on everything we have learned so far through lockdown life.
Tip 1. Try and have a stable internet. Get used to where your laptops and devices work best. Keep them as fully charged as you can. Bribe your family not to use too many other devices when you're on really important sessions, and then cross your fingers and hope for the best.
Tip 2. Choose the app of what you have rather than worry about what you don't have. This is a big one and a difficult one because we've all felt it at times, especially the really hard things that have happened during lockdown. Keeping a positive mindset is really helpful, as is talking to friends and family whenever possible, as this helps us to remember that we're all in the same position.
Tip 3. Try new things and be open-minded. There's probably never been a time where so many creative people have had so much time and the available technology to share fun recipes, workshops, new online productions, and so on. It's great to explore the areas you might have never even thought about. Even if, as one of our volunteers said, I've realised I hate gardening and can't paint for toffee, you'll most certainly still have fun on the way.
And tip 4, which is kind of an overall one, and one that looks forward to the future. Keep yourself busy in lockdown, but not too busy in life. Try not to just jump back on the busyness treadmill when we're fully unlocked. Remember, a pause button can be useful. And remember to leave time to smell the roses.
So that's our silver guide to surviving lockdown.
We hope you found it useful.
Thank you for listening.
Silver.
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 Guide.
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 2.
2.
2.
Surviving.
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 Lockdown.
Lockdown.
Lockdown.